The next song is The Sun.
The son is more of a. The son was raised by the streets because he never felt like he had a family at home. It was like he got more from the streets than at home, because I feel like everyone is so separated due to all this, all these troubles that everyone is going through. The dad is a drinker, the mom is never there, the sister is, so it's kind of been difficult for him to look to home for a sanctuary. But the streets, being a thug, that's where he got his respect. That's where he kind of blended in. He found life, and I unfortunately don't explain in as much depth as the writer, but from my perspective, this is what I get. And look, Bendah is an amazing writer, and sorry to take this back a bit, but as soon as I met him, I kind of saw something like quite special. And he told me he hadn't been recording for a while, but the things I heard, I felt like this is someone I'd like to work with a lot more. And because he speaks, it's not just rapping. Sometimes someone will be recording and I'll tell them, okay, try it again, this time speak it. With him, I've never actually had to say that, because his words actually speak so much that he could be saying it however way. He could sing it, and it could still feel like he's having a conversation with you, and it's genuine. It doesn't sound like morphed, and it doesn't sound like a certain character. It sounds like him, and that's what I liked. He's like a genuine guy, and that brought out the full extent of the characters, because it felt like every time he got on a character, it felt like he was the character to an extent. Now every time I think of the father, I have an image set. There's an image set in my mind of the father. There's an image set in my mind for the son, and so on. So that actually painted a nice picture for me, and hopefully it did the same for you guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a pretty straightforward story. The son has been raised by the streets because he never actually found much. He never actually felt like he got much from home, whether he did or not. Regardless, he never felt like he got much from home.
Yeah.
So he ran to the streets.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, that's all the son knows. The streets, even in his opening, with the opening of each song, I try to kind of draw people in with the first couple of lines, because even when the son starts off, he says, "Welcome to a story of a black kid people, the one that's born in death but defies evil. Being poor is a burden at birth, so we fight demons," right? And then he says, I'm just another number that is dead while breathing. Iphara lekhona elokishini 21 wheezing. Umama usipane emakhishini kumnomzana uSteven. Itime alihlala lithukuthele kodwa alinayo reason. I'm just a black kid. So that basically sums up everything that he says, where he says his mom is a makishin working for a white man. His dad is always angry in the house for no reason, because they've never really connected. So that's where the family ties comes in, where everyone is kind of just trying to do best for themselves without having to understand why the other person behaves a certain way. So the son looked out to the streets, where he found family in the streets. He talks about friends that he considered as family that have passed on through the streets. And to him, that's not even a bad thing when you get taken away by the streets, because the streets make you a man. The streets make you be respected in society. And that is something that we've kind of seen, or a lot of people have seen, where thugs elokishini are the guys, you know. They are the cool guys,
The one you look up
the
to.
ones you look up to, because they tell you the truth. They say a spade is a spade. For you to get to this life, you have to do A, B, C, and D, whereas they don't even shield you, just like how a father is supposed to shield their son and treat them the ways of living and groom them into being a better man. But the streets are literally bare, and you grow up tough, you grow a tough skin, where the son says, my life is in the streets and in prison. I've lost people in the streets and I've lost people in prison. But I wake up every day and I connect with my family, which is the streets and my people. And we ask each other, "Ukuthi namhlanje kuzofa bani?" Because that's what our life is about. We have embraced the struggle of being poor, but we are doing the best we can to just live it out the coolest way we possibly can. And that is basically what the entire life story of the son is about. And he also says, because he touches on the sister, where he says usiswake is not even worried about the situations at home, about what's happening at home. Her only interest is being out in groove and looking glamorous. And that's basically how he sees her sister. And he sees her father as a drunkard. He sees her sister as someone who likes things, the club life, the glamorous life, the classy life, and sees the mother as someone who doesn't care much about family and would rather spend her time in the
Raising
burbs
other children.
raising white people's kids, basically. And that's the whole sum of the story for the son.